wake up at 3 in the morning and I'd be spooning him, but that was just, you know, that's
on occasion.
they call that an occupational hazard, right?
What is that like when you've been working on this project and it comes to fruition and you finally put it in front of people? How's that feel?
It's no longer just your friends and your mom, you know,
Right.
Watching and giving you thumbs up, you know, it's different now. It's interesting to see where you get certain laughs and stuff, and we find things really funny, and there's actually new parts that no one was really maybe laughing at before. You know, it reminds you that there's so many different perspectives for people, just, you know, what they're gonna view, how they're gonna take your series, and what they're gonna pull from it. And then that's what we want, because there's just, you know, there should be a little bit of something in there for all different kinds of people to, I think, relate to.
A whole audience in Austin will react to, you know, our show differently than an entire audience in Kansas City. Like, it's different cities will find different parts of our show funny, which is really striking to us. We weren't expecting that.
I didn't think that I'd want to go and sit in the theaters and watch. There's a lot at stake, so it's like not just an experiment, it's like just a livelihood.
I mean, we've had 2 successful screenings now. People have been laughing all the way through.
I'm so glad to hear that. Yes, you know? Exactly.
And still, like, the butterflies don't go away. We have, you know, television background, so we're used to, you know, hiding on our couches while an audience, you know, watches whatever we're on. But that's not this now. This is us putting it in front of people live, immediate feedback. So it's a whole new world for us completely. Try it like you just got like stung by a bee, but you are trying to hide the pain.
Happy New Year, Coach.
I think the first way you did it is great.
In the scene?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. I just wanted to try some new motivations. So the show deals with a fair amount of struggle and conflict in these characters' lives, but it's a comedy. And I'm a big believer in finding humor in the difficult times in life. And I think humor helps a lot of people get over, you know, tough periods in their lives. If we can make somebody feel a little bit less alone in what they're going through, and if we can make somebody sort of feel like they can laugh through it the way they're laughing at us and these characters through this journey, then we've done our jobs.
You know, I always kind of think about when you ask somebody how you know, how are you doing, right? And a lot of people are just like, I'm great. Yeah, I'm great. You know, and sometimes you're like, I feel like you're not great, right?
So we created a couple characters that we could get some honest answers from.
I play Seth Stewart. He was on the Eternal show. These 2 characters, James' character as well, they were the leads on a vampire drama. You're seeing them at a crossroads in their life in a way. My character particularly is trying so hard to get away from that vampire show that he was on and you know, be taken seriously as an actor.
My character is Jeremy Davis. He was on Eternal, that vampire drama as well. They went through this crazy journey together on this show, and now he's not really acting anymore. He's not auditioning anymore. He's like this scared little boy who doesn't want to get back out there into the world and earn it again. He doesn't want to put himself out there and deal with the rejection, so he's really just kind of languishing. It's just how these 2 guys are going to lean on each other, but also bounce off.
How did y'all knowing each other and having previous working relationships enhance what you were doing for this?
I think it gave us a really solid foundation going in, but at the same time, the level at which we were working together on this like far surpasses anything we've done before. You know, we barely worked together on one trio. We spend a lot of time off set, but we hardly ever worked with each other on set. So it was a really, really immersive experience.
When we were editing the show, there was an apartment fire in my building, so I had to stay at his house, and I slept on the floor of like our little room that we were editing in his house. And so it was like we'd spend 10 hours a day editing, and then instead of me going home and us getting a break from each other, I'd have to go and like pull my mattress out of a closet and lay it down and see, and like just he would walk into another room, and like that was our break. And this was for like months. It was like
sometimes
for 2 months.
he'd wake up at 3 in the morning and I'd be spooning him, but that was just, you know, that's just they call that an occupational hazard, right?
What would your advice be for a young creator who has an idea, but maybe they're apprehensive to get started or they don't think it's possible?
Our producers on this and our good friends, the Nolmans brothers, sort of taught us, which is you just gotta go do it. You gotta pull together people that you trust and that are like-minded, that believe in what you're doing, create a team, and then just really empower them to go out and do this thing with you and just create, because nobody's going to do it for you.
And you know what? You're probably going to fail on your first opportunity, and maybe your second, maybe your third. It's not always going to work out right away, and you never know who, like, you know, you might find yourself working with, but it is all about pulling people together and just trying. You just got to keep trying and learn.
Yeah, the car might break down, but at least it's your car and you're at the wheel, you know?
It's so true. You guys chose an interesting way to do this. You know, you're taking this pilot around almost like it's like a film or a short film.
Yeah. We feel like television right now, the landscape has changed so much, and it feels to me like independent film was like 30 or 40 years ago, when people realized that you didn't need a boatload of money to go out and make a really quality film. And that's what television is starting to feel like. We have the, you know, we have the platforms now that are much more accessible. Let's go take our indie TV show out in the same way that they used to take their indie movies out. That's where the Indiegogo campaign comes in. We're crowdfunding this season. As we're going around to these festivals, we're trying to, you know, rally the troops.
On Instagram, you wrote, it was one of the best days of your life and the most terrifying.
Yeah.
What is the emotional ride that this has been?
Oh man, it is an emotional ride. I mean, there's a lot of pressure, but it's good pressure. It's the pressure that we want. Just like going into a new job, my first day of working on One Tree Hill, I remember there was a lot of pressure, but I was like, this is a good energy, right? You want this to succeed. You want to do well. You want to make them proud.
It's just terrifying because, you know, anytime you want something so bad, anytime you care about something so much, it's a scary thing to go out and get it.
So y'all have spent a lot of time together, it sounds like. We're gonna play like our own version of the Newlyweds. Like, how well did James
Perfect.
really know each other?
Oh,
So,
you're gonna get a shock.
buckle up.
We need some music.
Who would Steven say is the biggest diva on set?
On which set?
Y'all set.
Depends on your definition of diva.
What is James most likely to do on a Friday night? The answer is drink cider in a dive bar. You came to the right city.
No.
Take pictures of his dog.
You'll have me there, actually. You may know me better than I know myself.
The guy a couple years ago, we'd go have a cider, but now it's just take pictures of the dog.
What is Steven's favorite food? Whatever I cook. James, what was your final answer?
That's a pretty arrogant answer, isn't it?
You guys are really sweet. I love that.
He lives on it.
You're like a butterfly. You don't have to eat. You just flitter around on love.
Exactly.
What is James' middle name?
I know this.
Your middle name is Martin. Steven, did you get it correct?
Yes. It's Martin, but you call him Marty the Machine.
There, you nailed it. Have you ever been called that?
Never in my life. The Machine is what I'll go by from now on.
Perfect. What was Steven doing before TV? He was living in Cabo or dancing in Cabo. Steven, is that correct?
Yes, it is correct. That is correct.
What'd you put? Did you put Cabo?
Nope. I was a beach bum working at a water park.
In Cabo?
In Cabo.
Guys, I feel like that was really good. What is James's go-to karaoke song? James, what was your answer? At first I was very good. I Will Survive.
By Cake, the Cake version.
Oh, even better.
See, I can work within that range.
I like it.
A lot more monotone.
That's like a monotone song. Okay, Steven, what did you say?
Oh. Hit me, baby, one more time by B. Spears.
That's beautiful.
That's just what I play in the car on the way to work, so.